I just really couldn't let my vicious ass whooping go yesterday with the black and white enchantment deck that I did. So I decided to revisit the idea and really think about what I was trying to accomplish with the deck. So this is what I came up with. I'm calling this one Transcendent Nightmare. I'm sure you can guess which cards I'm talking about. So anyways, let's start off with the talking about the cards, and then we'll get into the strategy. So I have the 4 copies of 2 on our 2-drop list of Transcendent Envoy for 1 colorless, 1 plains, flying for 1/2. Aura spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Not very important. We're just interested that it's an enchantment flyer. 4 copies of Daxos, Blessed by the Sun, 2 plains, 2/0. Daxos toughness is equal to your devotion to white, and then whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, you gain 1 life. 4 copies of Ephemia, the Cacophony, for 1 colorless, 1 swamp, flying, 2/1. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile an enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. 3 copies of All That Glitters for 1 colorless, 1 plains, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. And then 3 copies of Dreadhorde Invasion for 1 colorless, 1 swamp. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. And then whenever a zombie token you control with power 6 or greater attacks, it gains lifelink until the end of the turn. And then onto our 3 drops, I have 4 copies of Heliod Suncrown for 2 colorless and 1 plains. Indestructible 5/5. As long as your devotion to white is less than 5, Heliod isn't a creature. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control, and then we can pay 1 and 1 plains, and another target creature gains lifelink until the end of the turn. Then I'm running 4 copies of Banishing Light, 2 colorless, 1 plains. When Banishing Light enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. And then finally, the last of the 3 drops, we're running 3 copies of Oath of Kaya, 1 colorless, 1 plains, 1 swamp. When Oath of Kaya enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. And then whenever an opponent attacks a planeswalker you control with 1 or more creatures, Oath of Kaya deals 2 damage to that player, and you gain 2 life. Then I have 4 copies of Nightmare Shepherd, 2 colorless, 2 swamp, flying 4/4. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, you create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1 and it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. And then finally, 4 copies of Conclave Tribunal, 3 colorless, 1 plains. Convoke. When Conclave Tribunal enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Conclave Tribunal leaves the battlefield. So the basic idea, I should say, behind this deck is we want to get a Daxos on the board, a Heliod Suncrown, Ephemia, and then we would like to get Heliod active as soon as possible with our white enchantments, and this is where I added the 4 copies of Transcendent Envoy before I was running the 1/1 lifelinker. That died most of the time anyways, and I figured at least this one is a flyer, so a little bit more evasive. And then 3 copies of All That Glitters for like kind of an end game. We'd like to get this on one of our flyers because, as you can see, every single card in the entire deck, minus the lands, is an enchantment. So really going off on that element there, so we get maximum value out of our Ephemia. When we start putting stuff in our graveyard, we're not trying to bring it back. We're exiling stuff. And then I was playing several games yesterday where I had the combo going, and then we'd get a board wipe, or well, I guess board wipe wouldn't really help us, but we would get individually, like our Daxos would get picked off, or one of our smaller creatures, or our Ephemia, and then we didn't really have any way of bringing it back. So this is why I'm incorporating Nightmare Shepherd. My key creatures that I don't want to die, like Daxos and Ephemia, which are part of the combo. So for instance, if I have a Daxos and a Nightmare Shepherd, or an Ephemia and a Nightmare Shepherd, if they die individually, like a single target removal, I can exile it, and it comes back as a 1/1 version of itself. So I don't really care about the toughness. His toughness is never really too high anyways. I'm just worried about their static abilities. And that gets me to the last part of the combo. Dreadhorde Invasion comboed with Euphemia to constantly be producing zombie tokens. And guess what Daxos does? So when a token comes into play, Daxos activates, we gain life, and then hopefully if we have a Heliod, we could just start stacking counters on all of these creatures, and then attacking for massive damage because it says zombie token here on Dreadhorde Invasion. So that even counts for our Euphemia tokens as well. And then, of course, the rest is all defensive. 4 copies of Banishing Light, 4 copies of Conclave Tribunal, and then Oath of Kaya. So, like I said, I feel like this version will be a little bit more competitive, hopefully. So let's get into the land base. I am running 7 plains, 5 swamps, 4 godless shrines, 3 scored barons, 4 temples of silence, 20 creatures, 37 enchantments, 23 lands with a 2.7 converted mana cost. So let's go ahead and jump into some games and see how we do. Really excited for that historic brawl. Alright, standard ranked. As you can see, I was a little bitter after I streamed yesterday and decided to get one of my more powerful blue light flyers and just wreck some stuff. Alright, first opponent, Hoplomus. Alright, so opening hand, I got a Scry, got enough to play Daxos, I've got a Heliod. This looks absolutely amazing. We're going to keep this. We have no 1-drops in the deck, so we're going to play out Temple first. Godless Shrine is perfect. Now we can play everything in our hand. So here I'm going to start with the Daxos since we're not playing red. At least it doesn't look like it. And next will be Heliod. Oh, we are playing red. Okay. Well, that doesn't change anything here. I'm going to play Heliod. Do I attack in here? No. I wish I had more white permanents. I'm going to pay 2 here. I am going to play a Dreadhorde Invasion and Euphemia. I'm interested in putting as many counters as possible on her. I don't really care about Daxos. Next turn will be a Nightmare Shepherd. Or I could leave up the mana. No, I definitely want to get the Nightmare Shepherd out there next. Dominance ambushing. Okay, opponent's attacking in. I'm good. So we lost our Daxos, unfortunately. Is this thing a threat? I mean, it is a 4/4 body. No, I'm gonna just go ahead and play out the Nightmare. Okay, get our own nice little thick body out there, and I'm gonna go in, smack. We will be exiling Daxos, unfortunately. Get an extra blocker out there. Alright, well there's our Conclave. Target. Opponent attacking in. Well, I think I just chump block here. Okay. I am going to Conclave on the Sunder Shaman. We will be tapping you. This leaves me 2 mana open to give one of my creatures lifelink, which will be the Nightmare Shepherd. And we're just going to go in with our flyers, gain a little bit of life. I'm interested in putting more counters on Ephemia because they have individual spot removal. Now he has a predicament. He has to pick one. Yeah, he goes after the Nightmare Shepherd first. We still get some more added benefit of more zombies. Oh, it's stomping one of my zombies. Okay. And the opponent quits. Good game. Alright, that is more like it. I don't think I won one match yesterday that I streamed for my YouTube channel. Alright, let's get into another one. Alright, opening hand, 3-lander here. Dreadhorde, I wish I had some more white permanents though. We do have 2 scries, so I think this is a keeper. That's perfect. Still gonna lead off with the temple anyways. At this point I'll have 2 black and 2 white. I don't need any more lands. Thank you though. Looking for white permanents. There's Daxos. My boy. Gonna lead off with Daxos here. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have any spot removal. Don't know what we're playing right now. Maybe Adventures. Golgari Adventures. Mono green. Alright, mono green Stompy. Might be able to outpace him here. What's my move? Yeah, I think we need bodies. We need bodies, right, for blocking? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Temple of Silence, Swamp. No, I'm good. And I think I play Dreadhorde. Yep. And of course no attacks. Love to see one of our prison enchantments. Someone's eyeballing my Dreadhorde Invasion. Okay. Main deck Mystic Repeal. I guess there's a lot of enchantments right now in the format. Opponent playing Barkide Troll. I do not want to lose Daxos, so thanks. Okay. Here. Heliod for sure. Okay. And enter. No attacks. Really wish we had some white permanents here. So I have the Transcendent Envoys in the deck, Vanishing Lights, Oath of Kaios, Conclave Tribunal, and we've drawn 3 copies of Nightmare Shepherd out of the 4 copies I have. Okay, opponent's going in for 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a lot of damage. I mean, I can't afford. I'm missing one or the other, right? I mean, opponents has lethal on the board. I can't shock in. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think. Nice curve here for the opponent. Moss Viper, Bloodstruck Beast, Yorvo. Main deck Mystic Repeal. Like I said, I guess in best of one, you gotta kind of build your deck for everything, right? All right. Let me take a look at the deck. I'm just. All right. I mean, it looks good. I have. I mean, more than half of our cards are white, so I feel like the mix is good. Yeah, I think we just kind of got Magic the Gathering there. Let's try another one. Let's see how we do. Alright, opening hand, I've got a 3-lander with a Scry, Transcendent Envoy, Banishing Light. This looks gorgeous. We'll keep this. I'm going to, of course, lead off with the Temple. All that glitters. I mean, yeah, sure, I guess. I guess we're going one shot here. Hopefully, okay. Here I play Envoy. Going to Orzhov life gain. Okay, this could be interesting. I believe Heliod is the play here. Let's go ahead and smack him because I'm interested in blocking. Next turn, I see myself. Okay. That's fine. I'm good. Alright, so I guess we just play another one. Okay. So this is interesting. I thought it was Orzhov life game, but I'm seeing enchantments. Of enchantments. Okay. Discard 2. Well, unfortunately, I have to preserve at least one exile spell for our friend here. Another Transcendent Envoy. I think I'm just gonna pressure a little bit here. Gonna give him lifelink. Want to wait and see if he plays any other threats before I Banishing Light. Could have been a mistake though, because the opponent could have more discard. Very interesting take into a Nightmare Shipper. Okay. I believe dies, so exiling doesn't count. No, I'm good. But this is very tricky, see, because do I get rid of the one thing that's blocking me, or do I get rid of the bigger threat? I think I get rid of the bigger threat first. And then we... do we pass or do we go in? Yeah, we're gonna pass. Because it really wouldn't make sense to throw away one. If we get an Ephemia, we can start building a little bit bigger of a board, but this is a very interesting deck. Never seen anything quite like it. Okay, he wants to come in, I will let him attack. Definitely. Bloodthirsty Aerialist and a Tubersoft. Okay, so this is resolve life gain with enchantments. Interesting, my turn. Unfortunately, only keeping another land. Now this though, this. Or are we dead here? Go in here. That's 2. That's 3. Do we need board wipe from this? Or am I just not drawing the cards? I think we need some way of tutoring up. All of our stuff's enchantment, right? So let's minus one of each of our non-essentials. It only gives me 2. I feel like it's more practical here. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So maybe 1 glitter. Alright. So me 30. Still got a shitload of chips. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and add in the tutor. I think it's sorcery rare. Idyllic tutor, yeah. I'm gonna put 3 idyllic tutors in here. Or do we do 3 Gideon Black Blades? And do I want to run 3 idyllic tutors? Let's try it with the tutors. Let's try it with the tutors here. Right? And then let's try it with the tutor. And then if we still are having issues, then maybe let's switch to Gideon and see if that helps. I said it in every video for the last week, but I'll say it again. It's just I'm so excited for Ikora. I think it's going to be an amazing set. Alright, so opening hand, I have a tutor, which is good. I do have a Banishing Light, and we do have... This looks good. We're going to keep this. I'm going to start off with the Temple of Silence. Opponent to live and die. Wow. Keep. Alright, opponent plays the Plains. I play my Temple. Transcendent Envoy is fantastic. opponent on Birth of Militus. Okay, here I play my planes. I'm gonna get the Transcendent Envoy out there. Maybe we can bait out some removal. Be mono white life gain. What's the move here? Do I need to get Heliod out right away? Yeah, I think Heliod first, right? No attacks, of course. Now, next turn, depending on what we see, alright, Soul Mender. Still nothing that's... Alright, there's my target. Alright. Opponent could be on Ajani Pride, Strength of the Pride that poops out smaller Ajani's. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That helps us with our see, this is what I've been waiting for. Alright. So now I think the play is Temple of Silence. Another Banishing Lights, fantastic. Alright, now it looks like the deck's working. So I'm going to Oath of Kaya, the Ajani's. Helps us with our board presence. And I'm not going to attack. Would love a Daxos. Hushburner. Well, that's a good target for our Banishing Light. No blocks, you can have it. Another Banishing Light, it's fantastic. I'm gonna play, Alright, so first thing I do, I Banishing Light the Hushburner. We want our enter the battlefield abilities, and then also I think, is it worth it shocking in? Yeah, I think it is. I'm gonna pay 2 here, and I am actually gonna shock for the lifelink, and I'm going in. Gotta start catching up a little bit here. Opponent could have his own Banishing Light. There, see that? This is the most stuff.
Fighting tooth and claw and bloody friendship is the best.
We're still okay here. Opponent is leaving himself open to be attacked. It doesn't matter anyways because we do have the Banishing Light. So I'm going to lead off with the Banishing Light on the Ajani. Yep. Alright. And then... I let this enter tapped. I give the Transcendent Envoy lifelink. And we both go in. Add another counter here. There's another one. Luckily we can search up a tutor.
Find your inner strength.
So I'm gonna idyllic tutor here. I'd love to be searching for a Daxos or something, but we have to get rid of this. What do I have here? I've got 4. Yeah, I have to get them off the board. So, unfortunately, we search up our Banishing Light. And please stop with the Ajani's, please. And I go in again. Plays a Healer's Hawk into another Johnny's Pride main play. This we might not face here. Another Heliod. Now we play Raphinium. Okay. Now I'm holding up Heliod for block for a Johnny's. It's fine. And I will be pumping up Femia. Have to spread our threats. And have backups of both anyways, so it's okay. Another Another Johnny. Okay. And a Dawn of Hope. Alright. Would love to see a Daxos here. I don't know if he realizes he's indestructible. Conclave Tribunal. What's more important here? I feel like I need to get rid of this. I don't want them. I don't want them drawing any cards. So here's what I think we do. I think I give Euphemia the lifelink. We go in with Euphemia, gain a little bit of life. I bolster up our Transcendent Envoy here. And now, opponent could also have fucking a Johnny. This at this state does not a. Then he could gain life. Yeah, I think I auto. I get rid of this Dawn of Hope. We gotta get that shit out of here. Alright. And he had another fucking time. Alright, so that was a complete waste. But we're good. Yep. Gain some life. Let's bolster. Nice number 4-3. Yeah. Transcendent Envoy. Yep. Give you lifelink. Yep. Yep. Alright, we might be able to turn this around. Another one.
There is no greater treasure than quiet time. Friendship soothes the soul.
Opponent doesn't get the card draw from Dawn of Hope. Okay, not worried. Another Soul Mender. Opponent leaving himself, leaving his Johnny open. Okay. So yeah, I play Transcendent here. I'm gonna give you lifelink. I'm gonna give you lifelink, and I'm attacking you. And I'm attacking you. Put one on you, and one on you. Alright, I think we're okay here. Opponent will be able to draw some cards, unfortunately. But it's fine. We're coming in hard next turn. Opponent plays an Impassioned Orator, okay. Still can chump block the. Does he not understand how this works? Alright, I'm blocking the Johnny. Also tapping out everything. Well, I mean, I'm not. So I go in. I need to. Do I need to save a blocker now? You want to erase? All right. Well, that was a little bit more like it. This is how I imagine the deck performing. So let's hop into another one. Alright, opening hand, I got 2 swamps, but with no scry and majority of the deck white, I don't know if I can keep this. So we're gonna mulligan. Mulligan into another 2 swamps. Well, I don't think we can mulligan again. So I think I'm gonna keep this. Unfortunately, I will drop 1 Heliod. Man, this feels bad. Oh, it's already done, right? Alright. We can pick up some white sources. Opponent is Power Goblin. That's awesome. Alright, play on this one. Yeah, I guess it's not too bad. I'd like to be able to play the Daxos early, but might not be in our best interest playing mono black. Ouch. Opponent's probably laughing pretty hard right now. Oh, yeah, that's something. Does black have, mono black have? Oh, this is devotion. Well, I guess I get rid of Daxos. We don't even have 1 white source, so it doesn't make sense. I pick up. There we go. Fenlurker is not worth wasting a Banishing Light, so we just go in here. Next turn, however, the opponent will be able to pump. But at least we have access to the Banishing Light. Kind of got screwed on both those opening hands there. All right, opponent. I believe there's a Transcendent. We'll play that. Opponent's forced to make some decisions here unless he has no ritual soot. He just quits. Alright, good game. Take it. It's always funny, it's like, you know, it doesn't happen all the time, but when you're like, you keep those shitty hands and, or that, like, that crap second mulligan, and you're like, man, if I go down, it's gonna be even worse. And you end up winning. It's kind of funny to me how that works. Well, you know, I guess I should just be grateful I'm getting some wins today, right? Man, yesterday was harsh. Huh? Alright. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I like Nisa. Alright, I got 3-lander with a Scry, Transcendent Envoy into a Heliod, into an... this looks great. We'll keep it. Yep. And another Plains Daxos. Beautiful. We are playing black though, so I'm hesitant. I'm gonna lead off with the Envoy. Jund Sacrifice. Yeah, I think I play an extra white Transcendent Envoy. Jund Adventure. Okay. Well then. Yeah, I guess I Temple. Nightmare Shepherd's a great pickup. Daxos. Now we're looking good for the Devotion Train. Got 3 so far. I play Heliod, that's 4. But I suspect I will be Oath of Kaiing one of these Edgewall Innkeepers right away. So much value in this deck. That hurts. That hurts. Always had an idea about combining some type of an adventure deck with like Fires of Invention. I feel like it would be really cool. I kind of honestly just want to... If I play Heliod, I can't do anything else. We gotta get rid of one of these innkeepers, right? Gotta get rid of one of them. Not going in with Daxos, and we're definitely not going in with blocking either. So opponent knows that. Just gonna nickel and dime us to death with the 1/1s. There we go. That's what it is. Wow. Alright, so Jund Adventures with Rotting Regisaur. So now he's going to start discarding all the cards he just drew. Okay. Yeah, I think I Heliod. And yeah, I think I Swamp. Give this guy lifelink, and I just go in with you. But now, let's spread it a little. Be getting another activation from Heliod with this Scorch Baron. Opponent going in for 7. Block with Indestructible. Ember, please tell me if there's something rotting right now. Okay. Well, believe it or not, I don't think it matters. I think we got 4, 5, 4, 5. I could have a possible 6. That's 4, 5, 6. So actually, I think here the right move is Swamp, Nightmare Shepherd, gain a life. I'm gonna pump up this guy. Euphemia, gain a life. I pump up this guy. Okay. And yeah, I think I just go in with this guy. Alright. Opponent discards a Garuk. What a cool deck. Like a Jund Adventure hybrid all over the place. I like it. So much value. If you play, you know, like a third of your deck with adventure creatures, you're so much value from this if you can draw it. Just some of these decks I don't know how I feel about. Okay. So, what's the move here? Yeah, I think we have to just maximum pump on our homeboy here. Going in for 8. Unfortunately, I think... Is that even gonna matter? Yeah. Let's just do something, right? We're still alive. Okay. Play Transcendent onto it. Perfect. Yeah, we gotta hold back the beast, man. I still don't think that's enough, but we can give Daxos lifelink, so this may work. The cool thing is that this Rotting Regisaur is really doing work for us right now. And Polychronos. This is such an interesting deck. I love it. So opponent's going in with everything. That's cool. So here's what we do. Yes. Giving Daxos lifelink. Yep. I block here. I block here. And I block here. If he wins somehow, then he wins. I don't know. Ember Cleave and Ember Cleave? But I think we can outpace him. Right now he's doing 4 damage a turn. We're doing exponentially more. Are we out of range? We're not out of range.
Get out of
Game,
my
right?
way. I'll burn it up here. All right, let's do. Bye-bye.
Well, can't beat Lucky. That was a good match, though. I'm not gonna lie, that was really good. And I'll do one more draw. Draw a idyllic tutor. This could be nice. I think I'm interested in a banishing light for poses the most threat. I think. But he can escape all the Chronos. That's not good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can come back from this one. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky in top deck like him. And the dangerous thing about Polychronos
Or is
is
it
that
getting a little
it can
warm
fight
in here?
creatures. Nightmare Shepherd or something, which doesn't help our white devotion. Yeah, I'm wondering if just cutting Nightmare Shepherd completely is the thing, right? I think he untaps and we're dead here. Alright. Good game. And that was a good game. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I like the way that the deck's been performing. The idyllic tutor has been putting in a lot of work. Should we? Let's look at this again. All right. So, Femia is essential. I love Dreadhorde. So do we just cut? So see, but the thing is, well, I guess they're vulnerable before then, anyways, right? So we cut 4 Nightmare Shepherds. Right? We're playing best of 1. So let's cut the Nightmares. Let's add in the Gideon. And then that way we can also utilize Oath. Okay. So we got that. Got the Gideon. Got the Tutor. And then 1 more All That Glitters. That puts us at still 2.6, but now of course we have to change our art. Let's do Femia. Alright, how do I feel about this? I think the tutor is just the right. We have all of our key components, right? How's this gonna work? We're gonna have 2 flyers. We're gonna be creating hopefully zombies from Dreadhorde and from Ephemia. How many enchantments do we have? I still have 31 enchantments. So the only thing that's not an enchantment, 6 cards, huh? Alright. It's good, man. This is good. I mean, like I said, you know, I love Magic and I love having fun, but yesterday was like brutal, man. Like every single person I was playing, they were like, you know, top tier meta, like, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's play another one. ran into the counter. Alright. So my opening hand, I've got a 3-lander, all untapped lands. Gideon, which I can play, Heliod, an idyllic tutor. This looks promising. Let's try it out. I think I lead off with Swamp here. If I have no particular plays and I have untapped lands, I always like to lead off with the more intimidating color, right? If I, like, for instance, if I let off with white, that means I just could be a mono white life gain. Alright, so we pick up a temple. So here I think we make some presents here. Hoping we're not playing Simic Flash. Okay. What's the move here? I think I slammed down a Gideon.
This is a prime day
plus
for
on this.
justice.
Doesn't really matter. Whatever.
Your light will flee the
Alright.
darkness.
Next turn will be Temple. Oh, okay. And then Civic Mill, Self Mill, or some Elementals, maybe 2 more. Alright, so we're definitely coming in. I think I play Heliod here, okay? And then we're coming in anyways. Let's just go ahead and play out the Temple. I don't need any more land. So now I give this guy lifelink, right?
Share my light.
And we just both go in.